Friday! Welcome back to the DIY Designer. I am so stoked that you're here for another killer episode. And if this is your first video and you are not in fact here for another, but you're first, welcome. Man, I'm so glad that you found me. Each and every one of you that watches, it means so much to me, and I always take your suggestions. That's one thing that's really cool, is everyone that's watching gives me lots of ideas, and today's video is an actual reflection of that. So there was someone that follows me that sent a photo of this really cool, I think it was like a vintage rock tee with these really awesome sequin stars all around the edges of it. It sent me down the deep, dark rabbit hole of DIY by Panida. She is incredible, you guys. She's like a wizard. First of all, there were so many things in there that I was like, literally no idea how she makes them. Like Lakers jerseys that are fully sequined and like striped sequins on top of old t-shirts. 666. So if you do not follow her, you need to follow her because she's absolutely incredible. But this was a tee that I was like, you know what? This and the jeans, these are actually pretty simple that you and I can take a crack at doing. Now, this is something I just want to tell you about the patches. The ones that I got are iron-on, but they are meant to work with industrial heat presses, which get up to like 350 degrees. Our at-home irons cannot get up to that level. You're gonna wanna go in and reinforce them, either you yourself with a sewing machine, or you're gonna wanna bring it to a dry cleaner and have them reinforce it. Because wear after wear, the heat from your iron is not strong enough to keep them there. But it's so fun, and it's such a great way to add like a little glitz to something that's a little grungy. The balance of it is so cool. So I'm really, really stoked. I hope that you guys like today's video, and if you do, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Send me a message and let me know that you're a new subscriber, because each and every one of you, I really do appreciate. It really allows me to keep doing this. So I hope that you'll subscribe, and you can share it with a friend if you think they might like it. That would make my day. All right, let's get right into materials. So here is my vintage Harley Davidson tee. You're just gonna lay it out, make sure that everything's nice and flat, and these are the sequin stars that I was talking about. I'm just laying them out very similar to the way that DIY by Panida had hers, because I thought the shape was super cool. It kind of is like an arch, like rounded around the body. You wanna make sure that you don't lose any of them, like on the side or the underarm of your body. So you wanna move everything in as close as you can while still creating that shape. Now, this was my original plan, was to iron them on. So I take a really thin cloth, drape it down really gently so that I don't move them, and then you're just gonna press it. Remember, we talked about how normally these are a heat press with 350 degrees. So you really wanna give it a lot of high heat. The problem though was the sequins, actually. Once I pulled up the cloth and I looked at it, the sequins had like smushed and dulled tremendously. You can see there, the one on the left is the original patch and the one on the right has been ironed. I just thought that it was like such a shame you lose all of that great sparkle. So I realized that the adhesive on the back was actually able to be peeled right off. So I just went through and I peeled every single one of them off, because instead of gluing them, instead of ironing them, I came up with another way. So anyway, pull all of them off, put them back down, lay them out in the exact pattern that you had so everything is good. And what my first plan was just to pin everything into place. So I grabbed a pin, I kind of lifted it up, pinned it all into place, and I was just going to hand sew it. So this was sort of step 2. I change it again in just a minute, but here I am hand sewing it. But do you see how the fabric underneath is kind of puckering and moving? Because I need my left hand to be inside the shirt holding it up so I can hand sew it with my right. So what I noticed was that the stars weren't laying perfectly flat because I was moving the shirt around so much. So what I realized was really the best way, and this is the final way that I do it, is adding a teeny bit of fabric glue. The fabric glue is really just acting like a pin. It's holding it in place while we eventually sew it. This is not holding it down permanently. When you pick each one up, you want to mark. See how I'm marking the corners of my stars with a pin? When you pick it up and glue it, you're going to have to put it back down. You want to know exactly where to put it down. So mark your location, add a very, very thin line of glue just around to the outside, lay it back down, lining up the 2 anchor points you gave yourself, and just kind of flatten and smush everything into place so that it lays nice and flat. What this is gonna do is it's gonna give me the flexibility to sew, and everything is gonna lay exactly where it's supposed to. So you can see here, I'm using a sewing machine to sew these into place, and I ended up coming up with a much faster way to do it. I'm just using a straight stitch, although you could zigzag. You're gonna go down, leave your needle in, pick up your presser foot, rotate, and keep moving. At certain angles on the stars, you're gonna see that it's actually easier to reverse the stitch to go backwards than it is to keep twisting and turning the shirt back and forth and all around. So you can see now I'm going backwards, back up into the corner of the star, then I just turn it around, go forwards, go backwards, go forwards, and it allows you to not move your shirt and wrestle with it quite so much. But again, the glue being in the location that it is, flat, holding everything down, this really makes it very easy to sew. Here again is another angle where you can see it. I'm going forwards and backwards, always leaving your needle in, lifting your presser foot, rotating your shirt, and then just adjusting your stitch. So the t-shirt is done and it's time to move on to the jeans. Now that I've sort of perfected the technique, this is gonna go much faster. I just started off by peeling off the adhesive off the back of the patch and then laying them out in my desired pattern. Now, if you're gonna end up doing the jeans like I did, there's a couple things I recommend. One is make sure that you separate them in a way that feels balanced, a little to the right, a little to the left. Also, watch the ones that are close to the crotch. You wanna make sure they're not too close because it's gonna look a little awkward when you're wearing them. I really love having one there on the waistband that goes into the pocket, and then it's really just a matter of kind of balancing and staggering them. So again, here we are adding the fabric glue, just a tiny, tiny line so that it's gonna hold it in place while I sew it. Because especially with the jeans, you're gonna really have to bend and smush and get them into your sewing machine. So you wanna make sure that they're nice and in place, more than a pin. I did want to show you an up close version if you do decide to hand sew them, or maybe you don't know how to use a sewing machine. Needle and thread, and basically all you're gonna do is go in through the jean, come up through the star, and then pull tight. In through the jean, up through the star, and pull tight. And each one of these little stitches is just going to look like a kind of an outline to your star, because this particular star patch, as you can see, has that black stitching around the edges already. That's why I did a regular straight stitch, but if I could do it all over again, I think I would have done the zigzag stitch because it would just be a little bit more like cohesive a look, I suppose. But again, you're gonna go straight down, leave your needle in, lift up your presser foot, then go backwards, same thing, forwards and backwards so that you're not retching your jeans quite so much. If you have an area on the pocket, you are gonna wanna hand sew that because you don't want to sew down your pocket accidentally. And that's it, guys, we're done. Yeehaw!